Flying high above the earth, we would like to congratulate West Wing Week on its 200th episode.
So, from 250 miles above the earth, congratulations on your 200th episode of West Wing Week.
200th episode, way to go! Take it away, Mr. President.
Welcome to the 200th episode of West Wing Week, your weekly video guide to everything that's happening here at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. This anniversary episode coincides with this year's State of the Union address. We'll take you behind the scenes and on the road to speak directly with Americans like you about your lives and your families and how, together, we can make sure that every American who works and studies hard has a real chance to get ahead. That's January 24th to January 30th, or West Wing Week turns 200. POTUS on board.
It's Friday afternoon. We're in the West Wing basement, or the garden level as we like to call it. We're honing in on the State of the Union on Tuesday night. It's an exciting time. We've got a lot of great ideas, and now we're at the point where we're trying to get it down to really great language so that we can make the most compelling case for the president's agenda to the American people. Cody's going up there to talk with the president. Ben Rhodes is going up there to talk with the president. It's not so much the big revisions. Now we're getting down to the real edits, the back and forth on the language.
I like it. I think the tone is right. I think the framework's right.
He's making his agenda and his work real to the rest of the country. So I say without a doubt, this is the absolute highlight of what I've gotten to do over the past few years.
I haven't fully gotten there yet. I was spending some time.
So you should trim your beard if you're going to be on TV, man.
It's Tuesday. We're in the West Wing of the White House. It is game day. It's finally State of the Union Day. I've worked on all the State of the Unions the president's delivered. This one's different in two respects. One, he's putting an extra emphasis on executive actions, on what he can do on his own with what we call his pen and his phone. And he's really making an effort, going back to sort of the spirit that infused the beginning of his political career, to enlist everyone, citizens, companies, states, localities, to get involved in the project of creating opportunity for more Americans. He makes the point that we're not going to solve our problems just with Washington. Everyone's going to have to be involved.
Tonight I ask more of America's business leaders to follow John's lead. Do what you can to raise your employees' wages. It's good for the economy, it's good for America. To every mayor, governor, state legislator in America, I say, you don't have to wait for Congress to act. Americans will support you if you take this on.
It's awesome.
You did a great job on this. Thanks, sir. I don't know why are y'all standing here?
It's Wednesday, and we are at the Costco in Lanham, Maryland. The president's going to take a tour here, and after that he's going to talk about one of the themes of his State of the Union address, the importance of paying hardworking Americans a living wage. We need to raise the minimum wage so that hard work and responsibility is rewarded in this country.
The only way to get Congress to move is if the American people, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, state by state, tell them this is a priority. If you work hard, you shouldn't be in poverty. And as I saw today when I visited a Costco store where they pay people even more than the minimum wage, it's actually doesn't hurt businesses. It makes sure that employees don't have a lot of turnover. They're loyal to the company. They're enthusiastic. And Costco is one of the most profitable corporations in the country. So whether you're a large business or a small business, this is something that can potentially be good for everybody. Thank you.
We're at the U.S. Steel Irvin plant in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. We're touring the plant, and then the president's giving remarks. He's going to talk about retirement security, and he's going to announce a new type of retirement bond that helps Americans save for retirement after a lifetime of hard work.
This company helped build America, and over 100 years later, you're still at it. You're part of one of the great turnaround stories of this economic recovery, the rebound of the American steel industry. Being a steel worker is hard work, but every single one of you is doing your part to make the country stronger.
If it's Thursday, it's Waukesha, where the president is touring this incredible GE plant, and then he's going to give a speech about ways in which we can increase access to job training opportunities for Americans like you.
What we need to do is look at where are the jobs and take a job-driven approach to training. And that's what you're doing here in Wisconsin. This plant's a great example of that. That's why we're here. In addition to just, you seem like very nice people. But we're here because you're doing some really good stuff that everybody else needs to pay attention to.
Okay, hang on, give me just one second. Hi, I'm Ashley Judd. It's the 30th of January 2014 in Davidson County, Tennessee. We're thrilled because the 44th president, President Obama, is here at McGavock High School, which is actually a school that is being recognized nationally for all the innovative things that they've been doing here. So we're very pleased that the president is here to acknowledge the good work that's happening in Tennessee.
You get to learn how to operate a 3D printer and work on your very own airplane. Now that's pretty cool. I did not get my own plane until I was 47 years old. Yeah, it's a nice plane, but I gotta give it back. That's the only thing. It's a rental. So stay engaged with us online, and remember, you can find out more about any of these topics and see complete videos at whitehouse.gov. Thanks so much for checking out this 200th edition of West Wing Week. If you invent something, I will be out of office in about 3 years. So you could hire me, and I could, promote your stuff. All right? Think about it. Don't joke. Don't start like Facebook or Google without me. Because you and me, we are right there. So I'm just saying. Congratulations. You guys are all outstanding. I'm really impressed with you. Actually, I'm going to keep your card, just in case.